Okay, awesome. Hello everyone. Let me get this out of my backpack real quick. I hope your all's day was well. Um, Today I wanted to talk a little about careers. Um, just kind of talk about uh, the career I'm going into, what I want to do, the plans that I want to make, kind of setting a goal for myself, a stamp for myself for the future. Just a healthy stamp to make for the future. Um, and yeah. Alright, I hope y'all are doing well. This was a prayer rope given to me by my friend, which was given to him by someone who just happened to not need his or had an extra prayer rope. And this was his spare, so he just gave it to me. Um, Sorry that it's lagging here. I need to delete a lot of files. Um, because I have like, I don't know how, but if someone can guide me through like freeing up space on my PC, that would really help because I don't know how. Like I don't know what's taking up so much space in the first place. I barely use it. Like the only thing I have here is Microsoft Edge. Um, what's it called? Edge? Yeah, I have Microsoft Edge and of course all the essentials, files, camera, um, audio recorder, um, Microsoft's Store. I have all those things. I have Discord, but that's like the only other app I have. So it's like, I don't know what's up with that. Um, but yeah, I hope you all are doing well. Hope your all's day was good. Today I'm just gonna talk about carpentry. Um, because that is the career I want to get into. Um, and really, um, just I'm not in the program just yet, but I've been studying, making sure I'm learning my measurements, um, first and foremost, and then after that, I'm gonna get into angles, um, and dimensions. But yeah, I've been learning a bit, and uh, I I've never been taught how to use a tape measure before, so I needed to learn that. And it's pretty simple. I thought you guys might want to know. Anyone that's trying to learn how to uh, uh, use a tape measure, I'll definitely make a video on that later in the future. I think that that could be for its own thing. But yeah, like I've got a bunch of notes right here that I just wrote down for myself, just so I could, you know, just be ready. But yeah, um, let me get this. But yeah, so hope all is well with y'all today. Um, I had I think a 7 hour shift, 7 or 8 hour shift today. It was from 7 to 1, so it wasn't that bad, right? But let me see, 6 hour shift, 6 hours, not bad at all. Um, but yeah, it was very fairly easy. It's this new job I have, um, and currently trying to get this second job in order. Um, we'll see how that goes. Um, but be praying for me. Keep me in your prayers. Um, and yeah. Um, Also, I want us to get back into reading scripture, which I will definitely do. I'll be going back in Psalms. I will definitely be going back in Psalms to read. So no worries on that. No worries at all. we'll be going back into that for sure. We will not forget that. We cannot neglect um, reading Psalms. Um, so yeah, it's kind of all I've been working on lately. But I just kind of wanted to make that known. Um, and yeah, I I also wanted to like state some of my thoughts as well. Recently I've gone through this just I've gotten through this pretty uh what do long-term relationship, and I've been I'll be honest guys, I've been for the past month I've been observing myself, um and there's been a lot of like, for anyone who's been cheated on or anything like that, there's a lot of temptation to be resentful and to be angry at your partner or at your ex, um, for what they did. And as a Christian, it's like it's much harder for me because like I want to forgive, but it's like this person hurt me so bad, and like I'm starting to see just from a lot of people this kind of like black pill type of attitude towards women, and I thought I should speak on that. Not all women, or how do I say this? Women are not just born like that just to do those things. Um, there's a lot of misunderstanding with that, where people think that they just do that off the fly and such, but truly it's truly just because of the surroundings that they have, um, and also just the life that they've lived before all that, or what they, things that would cause them to do that in the first place, that they put situations that they put themselves in or didn't. Could have been a forced situation. You never know. But like, I just I've been hearing a lot on YouTube about like, I know there's the memes about Naoya Zenin, and like you seen the Naoya edits. Was Naoya right? All this black pill stuff, and it's like they're not entirely wrong. Like, and of course not saying Naoya was right, but I'm saying in general, like there's some half truth to it. Like the divorce rates are higher than ever today, and it's mostly women than men who are um, who are initiating the divorce, um, for many reasons, of course. Um, but and women are more likely to cheat than men are. These are just things that just are the reality of our society that we live in today. And honestly, my the question of love has been challenged for me lately. Not because I don't believe in it or because of what the Gospels say about it. Paul makes it clear when he writes in First Corinthians chapter 4, I think it was chapter 4, right? Or maybe I think it was chapter 14 or 4, something like that. I don't know. But when Paul talks about love, how love is patient, love is kind, doesn't envy, doesn't boast, all those things, like the reality of my situation really challenged that, because I truly believe that this person had that in them, that they had that love in them, and it really challenged me because at the end I realized that they didn't. It was very flawed, it was very flimsy, very not real. But, you know, I've started to learn that truly in this generation, I mean, we are more susceptible to hurting each other in the worst ways possible than probably any other generation, just because of how n- just because of how much more opportunities of sin we have around us. Like commitment is people wonder why commitment is so rare. We have devices on our hands where we could literally cheat on our spouses any which way we want. A hookup, pornography, all these things. And by no means am I perfect. I've actually struggled with pornography for a long time. Um, I'm only just now starting to like be, I guess you could say, free of that or learning to combat that, you know? Um, and, you know, as far as in my relationship, my past relationship, I was definitely not perfect, but I definitely loved and I definitely put in the effort. Um, and, you know, I definitely showed up where I could. And there were parts where I could have shown up a lot more, but I showed up where I could. I wasn't always available mentally just because of everything going on in my life. And I wasn't always available physically either because I always had to work. I used to have to work so much um, until I didn't, until I was unemployed for a little bit, a couple months, about a month at least. I was unemployed a month or two. Um, but yeah, like, and there's more pertaining to that situation which I'm not gonna disclose because I'm not trying to get any attention about my relationship or anything like that or my past relationship with this person. Um, or make myself out to be the victim because that's another thing. A lot of us, whether we were the ones that were hurt or whether we were the ones that hurt someone else, a lot of us like to make ourselves the victim in these situations. We like to post about it. You've seen my videos. I've been going through it. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of resentment I've been trying to let go of, and as a Christian, it's so difficult to like do that. Just it's just challenging because I put my all into someone and they fail to reciprocate that in the way that they should, um, and it hurt, right? And it felt like betrayal. It felt like, and it was, right? And a lot of us like to like just kind of make it our whole story. And it's definitely a part of our stories. It'll always be a part of our stories, right? If you've gone through that, it's going to be a part of your story, regardless, you know? That's now a part of your story. If that's happened to you, that's a part of your story. Um, but honestly, it's it just for the person that did that, you have to you have to be able to forgive them because otherwise they're just not going to be able to move forward and they're going to be in this stuck area where they're like, I did this to this person, I broke this person's heart. They won't be able to get past that. And as a Christian, that's just not something I can't wish on my worst enemy, truly. Um, because I also know what it's like to hurt someone or betray them or disappoint them, even. Not even like cheat on them, but just disappoint them, right? And so, you know, just from an open mindset, I come to realize like there's no point in like worrying about what this person is doing in your life, whether they cheated or you cheated. Uh, You have to be able to but especially for if they cheated and you're kind of on the fallback of that, you're kind of taking the bitter end of the stick here. You gotta realize, bro, this person, bro, you can't change them. You can't play Captain Save a Ho, for one. Please don't do that. It won't work, bro. It, Never play Captain Save a Hoe, because the hoe will bite you back. Um, but you 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 need to let go, because that person also needs to move forward. They need to be forgiven. They need to change. But it's going to be harder for them to change if you look at them and remind them of, but do you remember what you did? Do you remember how you did that? Do you remember how I felt? Do you remember what it made? Like all these things, the only person that's gonna know is God. The only person that's gonna know your pain is God. There were so many nights I wanted to say, God, why does she do this? Like knowing me all these years, why does she do that? I'm still a little bitter about it, honestly. But I just had these questions like, God, why did she do that? She hurt me so bad. She knew what she was doing. Why did she do that when she knew that was just going to hurt me? Why did she do that when she knew that, like, she was praying for me and all these things, but behind my back, she was doing all these other things with all these other people? And I'm not like trying to give y'all the wrong idea on, you know, this isn't like uh, you know, make it for however you want to make it, but right, like just however that played out, that's up to your interpretation at this point. But the point is that I had a lot of deep sorrow, but I came to the realization that I still love this person, whether they accept that or not. And I truly love this person. Not in the pathetic kind of way where, oh, I tell you I love you, but I'm definitely going to do something that you absolutely know, that I absolutely know is going to hurt you and destroy your heart. Not That's not love. That's just plain buffoonery. It's some people confuse the idea of, because it feels right, it is right, and that is always wrong. Because every time it feels right, most times it feels right, it probably isn't right, right? So, but I think that I've come to learn that forgiveness is the only way to move forward for both this person and for you. So I just want you to remember, forgive, let go, move on with your life, ascend, like build your career, start working on something you know, you can tangibly reward yourself with and mentally reward yourself with as well. Um, go to church, go to the divine liturgy, visit a Orthodox parish, read scripture, play that new video game that like you've longed to play for like such a long time, get that new job that you've been wanting to get, buy that car, or how do I say, not buy it, but like save up for that car that you really wanted to get. Save up so hard, work so hard, do what you got to do. You know, build, build your kingdom, I guess you could say, or build something that build a foundation. Not a kingdom necessarily, but a foundation, right? And that's what I'm trying to work on right now. And so far it's going okay, and honestly it's really all just the Lord, because it's really him that's just helping me and holding my hand the whole way. Like, I couldn't do none of this without him. I won't even lie. It's all because of him. And so that's why I say just, yeah, always forgive and move forward, because holding on to that resentment, despite, heck, it may even be deserved to hold on, for that person. That resentment, you know, they may not like deserve forgiveness in your eyes. And that may very well be true. But dude, Christ Christ came for all sinners, bro. You have to have hope and pray for that person and expect nothing in return, bro. Except just pray for that person. Pray that they change, because that's a soul right there. That's a human being. And for someone that cheated on you, and you're a Christian, and someone cheated on you, pray for them, bro. Because if you claim to love them, you would pray for them. You would pray for them. You would not go about your day, you know, claiming you love them as well, or you loved them, and not pray for them. Because that's one of the most sincere things we can do, um, if we are choosing to be sincere, of course. It's really hard not to be sincere when you're praying for someone. Um, so yeah. Um, I think that's kind of it. I don't really know what else I need to say. Just please be praying that I get my car soon. Um, you know, be praying for those in Nigeria, those in Egypt, Christians in Egypt and Nigeria, um, in Gaza, and pray for those in Lebanon. Truly terrible things are happening in this war. Pray for those in Ukraine, the Orthodox Church in Ukraine. Truly, truly tragic things happening right now. So just be praying for all those people. Um, there's not really much else I really need to say, but yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, that's kind of really all I needed to say. Um, you know, um, I might make some more videos on kickboxing soon. It's gonna be like shadow boxing, so I won't be at the gym, but I'll be shadow boxing. Um, but yeah, that's really all I needed to say as far as that. Just like make sure that you guys are being headstrong. I know I have a pretty big audience. Please help me try and get up to like 500 subscribers. That would be such a blessing, right? Help me get up to that, and we can really do this. We can do this, guys. So yeah, we're gonna continue reading Psalms, um, having our morning coffee. It's gonna be good. So yeah, that's kind of all I really needed to say. All I really needed to do. If you guys want any more info on the channel, on any future ideas, make sure to comment. Make sure to let me know what you guys want. Um, and yeah, I'd love to, um, you know, help you guys out, uh, with this channel. Um, I think that's essentially all that I really needed to say now. I don't think I needed to say any more. May God be with you. May God help you. And may God protect you. Um, this is Dr. Kokiri signing out.